Hello guys, and today we are looking at a scenario where civilization starts over. We are now on episode 6 of this series, and in the last episode we saw the purple team breaking up. We also saw a lot of expansion over here and some breaking up over here. We also saw a lot more countries being created in Africa. If you guys enjoy these videos, then make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more, and let's just get on with it. So we're going to be starting this episode with a new country being created, and that country is the Green Team. Now the Green Team is a small group of traders from the Red Team that just want to start their own little country. They expand out and start to capture more land in the coast, and they're very tiny. They're the smallest country in the world. They're smaller than modern day Lebanon or Cyprus or Singapore. Singapore is smaller than that, but they're smaller than most countries. And it's because they don't really have that much support behind them. They're a group of traders that just came off from the Red Team because they didn't like how the Red Team was being ruled. But their groups become bigger, and they're able to wrap around this whole entire coast. And they soon take the rest of the whole African coast, except for this area, because the Blue Team sees them, and they are not going to cheap out on getting more land. But now they're in the stages of a country where they just need to expand in order to just become recognized fully. They do that, and they take a lot of more land in Africa. And this place isn't really the best place to settle, but it is still a place to settle. Over here we see a lot of expansion. Well, we see some expansion being done by the Teal Team and also the Gold Team. And the Gold Team also feels kind of lonely because they're the only African country that's really an African country and doesn't really support mostly off of Europe and the Middle East. And they want a new friend over here, but they're not going to get it. I mean, but what they are going to get is a border with another country. They were the only country that didn't have a border with another country. I'm pretty sure. Because, this I count as a border. Actually, okay, they're the second other country. They're the most major country that didn't have a border with anybody. And with the exploration of Africa picking up, the Green Team instantly hops on that. And they also had a lot of explorers that were very good at exploring in their group. And so they are really good at exploring. In India, we can also see a lot of expansion into Bangladesh and some into Myanmar, going down here and fully discovering this little peninsula over here. We can also see them bulking up this area because it's kind of easy to go through. It's only over here where the Himalayas are, which is hard. And they just expand up north, just avoiding the Himalayas. And they go through and they reach up more northern to this sea, and they just want to kind of make the world more discovered. In Europe, we can see a lot more expansion going out into Russia. It's pretty easy because it's just open plains and hills, maybe some hills, maybe. That's why the Germans were just able to rush through so easily, because it wasn't mountainous terrain. We can also see more expansion going into Estonia. Estonia is the most northern place that they've been ever. Estonia is the most northern. They beat their record in Denmark. But technically, if you think about it, this is their most northern spot because the Earth is curved, and so when you do that, the two poles are basically the same. It doesn't look like that. So technically, the bottom is the most northern. And we can see them fully discovering this whole area. And out of this exploration, we can see a new country form. And this country is going to be the Magenta Team, or the Purple Team. They also have some from the Yellow Team. So you can see that they have people from all around Europe and the northern African coast. So that's why they expand really fast. And some of the African, the blue team people leave. The African blue team people leave because they don't really like the cold. They just want to stay in the hot, where they're comfortable. But even then, that doesn't slow them down because they do also expand or discover into. Okay. They also discover these islands over here. Let's just do that. And we can also see them going and colonizing some areas in Sweden. And the red team is kind of threatened by this because it's a new explorer union, and these two are instantly rivals because the red team was the only Northern European power, and they liked that title. They liked being the only. And now they have another competitor that seems to be growing faster than them. And they go up into Finland. They go up into Sweden. They figure out what Stockholm looks like, or the area where Stockholm is. But the red team is not going to slack when they have a competitor. So they expand into Denmark and fully take the whole entire thing. Except these islands, of course. And we can also see them taking more land in we can also see them taking more land into Central Europe. And they are becoming very, very large. One of the largest nations on this map. But the brown team is not going to let that slide because they also want to have that title. One of the biggest countries in the world. Also, I'm going to just do that because I did not like how that looked. And they start to take more land also into more of Central Europe. But the orange team is desperately trying to expand, but their people don't like expanding. Their people are more of a just sitting around type people. They like just growing, and that's the kind of people they are. But for the yellow team, it's completely different. They are their new leader and their new Don is more expansionist. But in the inside, this expansion does not go well because they start expanding so much. This expansion is so large, and the new leader, he's better than the first leader that the yellow team had. But it is just too much for the new for the country to handle. And after that, the yellow team is going to break up. This is what the breakup of the Yellow Empire is going to look like. Let's go over it. So we have the pink team. We have a southern pink team country breaking off. We have this light pink country breaking off too. We have this green team, which looks very much like this green team, breaking off. We have this kind of teal team, or kind of cyan, teal team breaking off. We have this massive red team breaking off. We have this dark blue, and we have this lighter blue breaking off. And finally, we have this tan country breaking off. Now, what will this tan country do right after the breakup of the yellow team for expanding way too fast? Do the exact same thing. They start absolutely expanding at speeds that are incomprehensible to even Usain Bolt. They are speeding. They're doing a collapse speed run. But even when they do that, they're not even met with anything. The only thing they're met with is the purple team. And so this is like showing that you can just expand whenever you want without any repercussions. When you're cautious and when you're new, and when your people don't know about it. A new green country will pop up in this middle area. And this green country is kind of weird. Like, it literally is like, I don't know, it's squished in the middle of all these countries, and it basically makes the orange team absolutely heated. They want to kill this country. It blocked them out from any more expansion anywhere. The only thing they could do is go up into this area or go down into Africa. They're stuck. They're absolutely stuck. They have nothing more that they could do. We can also see the red team going out and taking the rest of the land that they will take. And the brown team also going out and taking some land. But mostly it goes to the purple team. And it goes to this team over here, or the cyan team, or something team. And then this team also. And then finally a little bit more to this team, and then finally the rest goes to the purple team. And now we fully have most of Europe being fully filled in. Also, I just want to redo these borders a little bit because they look absolutely horrendous. Now the red team is becoming absolutely massive. But let me add some capitals in just to make this map look more alive. And also, if you wanted to see the major cities layer, then this is it. I spent like maybe 20 minutes making this because it was very tedious just plopping down dots on a map. It's harder than you would expect. Yeah, but I redid the borders a little bit too. I think I already said that. I'm dumb. Yeah, we actually need some more expansion to be done but we do need some more expansion to be done in Asia. We can see the teal team going out to take some more of this area. They go out here and they take some more land. And the gold team is going to rapidly expand. They expand out to here, and they finally actually have land over near Sri Lanka. They didn't really have any of that before now. They finally made it, and they also start expanding up north. And they fully take the rest of India. And this expansion is kind of frowned upon in their country. Their country is not an expansive country. Their country is more of a sit around and do nothing country. So this expansion isn't really fond with the people. But it starts to become fond when a new country pops up. And this country is in the area where they were just going to expand. So they're kind of mad about that. And this country just takes these areas over here. They just go apple picking, and they just pick. They literally the only thing they do is connect it, and that's all they do. It looks like they're holding on to something. Like, they also take this. Also, we can also see some explorers going out into the UK, just trying to take more land out here. And yeah, we're just seeing some small groups individually going out to find more land out here, and they just want to figure out what's out here so they can own it. Like, it's pretty easy to start your own country in these times because you don't really need like UN recognition. Of course you don't. And in this episode, we did see a lot more expansion being done, and I'm really happy about that because this series is really fun to do. But that is going to do it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah, because we are trying to hit 100 or 200 subscribers by the end of this year. But thank you for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.